Alright, hello Mary, this is my last video of the semester. I must admit the videos are a lot easier, so I thank you for giving us this opportunity to record our thoughts rather than on paper in a video setting so we can keep it forever and ever. Thanks, you're the best. So I chose the relationship I have in my life, my mom. When I want to call her, I call her absolutely every day, sometimes even twice. I always want to tell her how good I'm doing, but how much I miss her. Sometimes I don't always tell her that I'm doing the greatest, or like if my grades aren't that great. I don't want to tell her that just because I know I'm gonna get the shit beat out of me when I get home. I'm not actually gonna get the shit beat out of me. Like, she doesn't abuse me, but she does tend to make me a little, like, she tends to focus on me, and rather than there could be other outside factors that could explain my actions for what I'm doing. And sometimes she just doesn't do that. And kind of the way we use deception in all relationships is because you always want to paint yourself in the best light possible because you want that person to like you. There's so many times where I will stretch the truth a little more, or like I'll omit some certain details that don't make me look the greatest, but it just helps that other person see the good side of you, and that, oh, yeah, I can date you because I don't have all of these flaws. But sometimes those come back to bite you in the butt, which is not a very good thing to do. Let's see, how might you explain the nuanced and sometimes contradicting nature? How does deception function? Well, okay, so deception, sometimes if you have a new relationship and you don't always want to tell them how many people you slept with, like admitting and not kind of deceiving them to make it seem like you haven't slept with that many people is kind of an example of that. I don't think people really want to know exactly. They're just they could be a little curious, but that's just something that they don't need to know. Or, I mean, obviously, in a bad way, that could happen just because you don't always. What are the words I'm looking for? You don't always want to lie to them, but you don't want to give them details that could then again paint you in a bad light and kind of make it and deceive that other person to make sure they don't think you're a bad person. So, thanks so much, Mary. See you later. Great class.